you! Yeah, you! Did you know that this channel and its content are intended for older audiences, nostalgia junkies, and man-children Thomas fans like I am? Because you do now.
Something that I've always had a fascination with is what Thomas and his friends would look like in real life. Now I know users like the Unlucky Tugs have already made realistic models of Thomas and his friends, but they're using HO00 scaled models. And over here in New Zealand, those are bloody expensive. So what was the next best thing I could use? Plarail and Trackmaster. I will always praise Thomas and friends for getting me into real trains. So it was only fair that I turned the trains that made me get into real trains. What I thought Thomas and his friends would look like in real life. Here is my Thomas. He has a smoke box door and handrails on the front of his boiler, a headlamp in front of his funnel, black running board, black tank tops, and weathered to hell and back with black paint to make it look like he'd been working really hard. He also features coal detailing that I've made up of crushed up charcoal. This was the first model that I made for this fleet. And, well, the addiction carried on because making this guy was really fun, and I think he turned out great. Here is my J50 Thomas. As many of you know, this is what the Reverend Wilbert Audrey originally envisioned Thomas to look like, as a J50 tank engine. This model was made by using Percy's running board to eliminate the dip at the front of Thomas's running board, and believe it or not, this is actually just a stock standard Tommy Thomas shell with bits of plastic card built up around it. This was the first time I'd ever tried making a custom model from scratch, and it was a very big learning process for me. I did all of his line work and weathering by hand, and I'm sure you can see by the line work on the bunkers, yeah, it doesn't look the best. This model is one that I would like to come and redo someday, just the paint work, but as it stands at the moment, this is one hell of a unique Thomas model, and I absolutely adore this engine. I'm so happy that it came out as well as it did. Here is my very dirty Percy. This model is definitely in need of a redo. His smoke box is only held on by blue tack and isn't painted properly. I need to repaint his running board black, and he doesn't actually feature the original smoke box. He actually has the smoke box from the Trackmaster 2 version of Percy, because when I found the model, I had lost its original smoke box, so I had to make do with what I had. Percy, like the two Thomases I just showed, has the coal detailing of crushed charcoal in his bunker. As he is meant to be a goods or shunting engine, he is very, very grubby.
So sweet and dirty, like a proper steam engine.
He looks fine at the moment, but with a redo I feel he could look great. Here's James! This model was made up of a spare Tommy James I had lying around. I opted for the black running board, not only to match with the Railway Series style of James, but also to match with the rest of the steam engines I had in my fleet. James does feature some weathering, but not too much. He still needs to look splendid after all. James has charcoal in his tender for the coal, and it looks really nice in the tenders of the tender engines. As you can see by now, I also added a pony truck to James's front. Now, he does still go around curves, just not very well. Later on down the line, I would like to modify James's pony truck to swivel so he can go around the curves a lot easier. But as of now, this is probably one of my favourite models in the collection. James looks great. And here is Edward, one of the first models that I created alongside Thomas. I extended Edward's funnel to try and experiment with what that would look like. He has charcoal in the tender, weathering all over, and overall this model just looks really nice. I'm a very big fan of the liberated design of Edward that Trackmaster did in 2012 when they changed all of their engines to the flat drive units. Edward is also the only engine in my collection so far to feature cab interior detailing. Overall, I think Edward looks really great. I don't think there's much more I can do to him to make him look really nice. Maybe give him some lane pines and a brake pipe. Here is Diesel, the only Trackmaster 2 engine I have in this fleet. Now just looking at my model, you'll see two major features that differ from the original. One he has moving side rods on the sides, inspired by the way that UC Weapon used to customize his outside rod engines. And the buffers on his buffer beam are actually thumbtacks. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding, they're thumbtacks. They just happen to be the perfect size for buffers. This diesel was actually a glow-in-the-dark diesel. I just simply painted it matte black, gave his frame some brown weathering to accurately depict how he looked in Season 6, picked out some details in silver, and took away his face. I still need to make Diesel a grille, but other than that, this model is probably my favourite in the collection, and yes, his side rods turn very, very well. And finally here is Mavis, who actually had quite a bit done to her. As you can see, I extended her side plates, and as you can see, her cow catcher has been extended using matchsticks, and then using plastic card, I extended her side plates as well. I gave her a brake pipe on the front, and I actually removed her original chimney and replaced it with a pen top that looked far better in my opinion. I would like to get the lettering done on Mavis's side plates, but I don't trust my own skills at the moment to do that neatly, so at the moment they're just blank. Mavis also does feature a grille on the front, which is just a piece of coloured yellow card that I've drawn grille-like designs on. Overall, Mavis is a really nice model, runs really well, and I'm very happy with how she turned out. And that, my friends, was my current fleet of realistic Plarail / Trackmaster Thomas & Friends characters. These are some of my favourite customs to work on, and I've actually got Arthur in the works right now, and he's coming along really nicely. So expect a video later on about what Arthur looks like. What are your guys' thoughts on these models? Do you think they're cool? Which one is your favourite? Do you think they're lame? Should I not have done them? I don't know, sound off in the comments below. All I know is that I am extremely happy with these, and at the end of the day, if you're happy with a model that you have made, that's all anyone can really ask for, and it's what makes everyone's models unique and different from one another. I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Please remember, if you did enjoy the video, to leave a like on the video and comment down below what are your thoughts on these models. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 12k by the end of the year, and apparently a big percentage of my audience that do watch my videos aren't even subscribed, so I don't know, can we change that up a little bit please? Anyway, this is Dieselworks123 signing off. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.